Before we close the, okay, that's not my day. Before we close the workshop, does anybody have a problem with going right through to the next regular meeting? Seeing none, have a motion to close the workshop.
So moved.
Second, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Please stand for a moment of silence and salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As notice of this meeting was provided to the Cranford Chronicle, advertised on January 16, 2015. Notification was sent to the Star Ledger and prominently posted on the Municipal Public Bulletin Board. The filing in the office of the Municipal Clerk to inform the public of the time and place according to the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Everyone, please silence your cell phones at this time. Roll call, please, Kathleen.
Mayor Lombardo.
Here.
Councilwoman Carney. Here. Councilman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Matthew.
Here.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Here.
Councilwoman Tedisco.
Here.
Council President Yersin.
Here.
Minutes, please, Kathleen.
Regular meeting of the Mayor and Council held on November 10, 2015. Executive session of the Mayor and Council held on November 10, 2015. Workshop session of the Mayor and Council held on November 10, 2015.
Are there any corrections or changes? Hearing none, may I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented, Mayor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Continue on, Kathleen. Communications, please.
New Jersey League of Municipalities Mayor's Advisory.
Receive and file.
Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders regarding ordinance 767-215.
Receive and file.
Township of Union regarding resolution 215-344, strongly supporting the Gateway Trans Hudson Tunnel Project.
Receive and file.
Rahway Valley Sewage Authority regarding Finance Committee meeting to be held Thursday, November 12th at 6:30 to discuss the proposed 2016 budget.
Receive and file.
Garwood Board of Trustees, Library Board of Trustees regarding minutes of the meetings held May 6th, 2015, June 3rd, 2015, September 9th, 2015, and October 7th, 2015.
Receive and file. Public hearing on ordinance 15-22, 15-23, and 15-24 as advertised. Kathleen, please read ordinance 15-22 by title only.
An ordinance concerning the care of maintenance, security, and upkeep of the exterior of vacant and abandoned residential property.
Have you received any correspondence concerning ordinance 15-22?
No, Mayor.
Does anyone present wish to be heard concerning ordinance 15-22? Seeing none, motion to close public hearing on ordinance 15-22.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 15-22.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Carney. Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Matthew.
Abstain.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Aye.
Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Council President Yersin.
Yes.
Thank you. Kathleen, please read ordinance 15-23 by title only.
Ordinance to amend subsection H in 106-18 fences and walls and Article 8 zone regulations in Chapter 106 land use of the Code of the Borough of Garwood to amend restrictions on fences on corner lots.
Have you received any correspondence concerning ordinance 15-22?
None, Mayor.
Excuse me. Does anyone present wish to be heard concerning ordinance 15-23? Seeing none, motion to close public hearing on ordinance 15-23.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 15-23.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Carney?
Aye.
Councilman Martin? Councilman Matthew?
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli?
Aye.
Councilwoman Tadisco?
Aye.
Council President Niersted.
Yes.
Kathleen, please read bond ordinance 15-24 by title only.
Bond ordinance to appropriate an additional sum of $10,000 for the undertaking of sewer improvements in, by, and for the Borough of Garwood in the County of Union, New Jersey, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such additional appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Have you received any correspondence concerning ordinance 15-24?
None, Mayor.
Does anyone present wish to be heard concerning ordinance 15-24? Seeing none, motion to close public hearing on ordinance 15-24.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 15-24. Roll call. Sorry.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 15-25, Mayor.
Four.
Oh, it changed on the agenda, but it is 24.
Thank you.
15-24.
You are correct.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Carney?
Aye.
Councilman Martin? Councilman Matthew?
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli?
Aye.
Councilwoman Tadisco?
Aye.
Council President Niersted.
Aye.
Moving on, council standing committee reports and other reports. Councilwoman Carney.
Not at this time, Mayor.
Excuse me. Public Health Council President Niersted.
Thank you, Mayor. I've taken note on the agenda that the mayor is appointing a new member to the Board of Health tonight. And I look forward to Kathleen there scheduling a special meeting in December, at which time the site fee ordinance will be adopted. That's it for my report, Mayor.
Any comments on the report? Hearing and seeing none. Streets and roads, ecology. Councilwoman Tedesco.
Thank you, Mayor. The DPW has been busy with its regular duties of garbage, white goods pickup, maintaining borough properties, fall leaf pickup, curbside, and more. I would like to remind residents that loose leaves are not permitted in the street, but may be placed curbside in covered receptacles, no larger than 32 gallons, or in leaf bags. Bagged or containerized leaves on the north side will be picked up for the remainder of this week until tomorrow, as well as from December 7th to 11th. The south side will be picked up from November 30th to December 4th. Leaves are taken by our DPW to the Union County Conservation Center in Springfield. The DPW painted slow ahead alert and did striping on 2nd Avenue between Anchor and Winslow in accordance with the police chief's recommendation, which was in response to resident concerns over speeding on 2nd Avenue. Thank you to both the police and DPW departments for coordinating this effort. Also, various street signs were repaired around the town. The DPW repaired broken sensors and outside lights here at the municipal complex. On the DPW equipment front, 2 public works trucks needed to be delivered and picked up from Elizabeth for extensive front end repairs, tire installation, and wheel alignment. Minor repairs and preventative maintenance have been done in-house on other equipment. Holiday decorations and lights were prepared and installed inside and outside of Borough Hall in preparation for the tree lighting ceremony this Saturday. Holiday decorations were prepared for the underpass and utility poles along Center Street and North and South Avenues. Last year, we received some complaints by residents that the decorations were not put up until mid-December last year. This year, we have some more to go as of this moment, but all decorations will be put up in advance of the tree lighting this Saturday. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any comments on the report? Hearing none.
Just thank you.
Yes. Just a side note, the borough chamber will be decorated on the 5th of December. I have a committee to do that.
Wonderful. Well, looks like you got started.
Yes, thanks to the Public Works Department.
Oh, they did that?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I know they did some, but
Yes.
sometimes the tree is in-house.
Okay, Fire, Council President Niersted.
Thank you, Mayor. There's one resolution on the agenda tonight supporting the clothing allowance and salary due fire department members for 2015. I just ask everyone to please support that. Fire department obviously puts in many, many hours, and This is one way that we can thank them for their time. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments? Hearing none. Finance, Councilman Petroselli.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the report? Buildings and Grounds, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Laws and License, Councilman Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. There's one, excuse me. There's one application for a raffle license and one application for a special bingo license. Laws and License Committee recommends the following: the adoption of resolution number 15-296, the application of one on-premises merchandise raffle license to be held February 26, 2015, at the Westwood, 438 North Avenue, Belleville, New Jersey, by PTO Tamaqua School of Westfield. The committee also recommends the adoption of resolution number 15-297 for the application of a 2-year special bingo license for the Garwood Senior Citizens Club from the effective dates of 1/1/2016 to 12/31/17. That is my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Any comments on the Laws and License report? Seeing none. Recreation, Councilwoman Tedesco.
No report, Mayor.
Committee on Aging, Councilwoman Carney.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you.
Did you take out the vote?
Oh, no.
The Library's Mayor's Representative, Councilman Petroselli.
Thank you, Mayor. The following is a list of the library's upcoming programs and activities. Saturday, December 5th, Santa's coming to the library and bringing gifts for good little girls and boys at 11 a.m. Registration is required. Tuesday, December 8th, Adult Craft Night. Participants will be making a holiday floral arrangement. It starts at 6 p.m. Registration is required. Monday, December 14th, Kids Craft, 3 p.m. Registration is required. Tuesday, December 15th, Kids Movie Night. Wear your PJs and bring your blanket at 6 p.m. Registration is required. Wednesday, December 16th, local author Laura Sassy will join Storytime to read her new book, Good Night Manager, at 10:30 a.m. In addition, we have many ongoing programs on Mondays and Thursday mornings from 10:30 to 11:45. Our new knitting club on Mondays and Fridays, ESL classes from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. through December. On Wednesdays, toddler story time at 10:30 a.m. for children age 4 and under. Friday mornings at 10 a.m. is movie time. Monday afternoon and Thursday evening are book clubs. Holiday closings for November. On Wednesday, November 25th, the library will close early at 4:30 and will remain closed Thursday and Friday, November 26th, 27th, for Thanksgiving holiday. And the book drop box is always open for your convenience. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the library report? Hearing none. School Board Liaison, Councilman Matthew.
Only thing I have to report on is they've filled one of the empty seats at the Board of Ed. Miss Kat Patterson is going to be taking the seat in addition to Amanda Langston, who was reelected. And the final seat is actually in the process of being determined right now. So that's looking at in my report.
And I believe Union County Board of Ed is making that determination.
Yeah, the superintendent goes ahead and makes that determination. So that should be coming relatively soon from what I
Okay, thank you. Any comments on the school board report? Seeing none. Celebrations of public events and holidays, Liaison, Council President Mearstead.
Thank you, Mayor. As has been mentioned a couple of times already, this Saturday, November 28th, commencing at 5 p.m. is the annual Christmas tree lighting here at Borough Hall. We have confirmed that Santa Claus has placed us on his busy schedule for a 5 p.m. appearance. Hot chocolate and donuts donated by Dunkin' Donuts will be served. Also, as part of tonight's ceremony, you may have noticed that a single flag was left out at Center Street tonight. That flag is in memory of our police officer Thomas Houghton, in the Borough Hall parking lot for the plaza of his name. That's it for my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Council President. Any comment? Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board Representative, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Administrative Review Committee.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Historical Committee.
No report, but we are planning a meeting for early January, and the committee appreciates the new appointment that I see later in tonight's agenda.
Thank you.
you.
Okay. Kathleen, please read the officers' reports.
Chief of Police Bruce Underhill, monthly report for the month of October 2015. Municipal Court Administrator Martha Marina, monthly report of October 2015.
May I have a motion to accept the officers' reports as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept officers' reports as presented.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Public comments. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone, sign in, and state your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Your time has started already, Mr. Patterson.
It started 3 minutes ago, right?
We're not that bad.
I got to sign the first time. Good evening, Mayor, ladies and gentlemen of the council. Bruce Patterson, 325 Willow Avenue.
Mr. Patterson?
RVSA, somebody earlier in the workshop
That's correct.
mentioned about $50,000 increase, was it?
58.
58,000, well, okay, I'm just going by memory, but I'm sure everybody else probably has similar numbers. But 1 year, 2 years ago, it was $40,000. Last year was $90,000, and now it's almost $60,000. We're paying around $650,000 now, if I read in the Westfield Leader.
That's out.
Okay, well, we're working out numbers. It's about $180,000 over about originally $480,000 2 years ago. That's about a 35% increase. The RVSA is hitting us up for 35% increase. Last year, I remember Bob was explaining, possibly the flumes, 10% error one side, 10% error the other side, but something makes no sense whatsoever. And last year, Engineer Gurriello did mention that something didn't make sense also. And to be looking at a 35% increase, sometimes, yes, Clark with the gypsum board had a decrease, but somehow there should be like a commission, maybe a subcommittee of the finance department to actually come out with numbers proving that Garwood should be hit with a 35% increase in fees over the last 3 years. It's astronomical, the increase. I mean, basically, the last 3 years, what did we build? A couple of McMansions, and that was about it. Nothing really came online.
Right,
So
that's online there, right?
numbers do not add up. I mean, we should be outraged. Mr. Greed, the RVSA rep, is coming in to explain it, but he came in last year too, and we really didn't get anywhere with it except, well, that's how it is, and percentages increase, some decrease.
Well, as I mentioned at that meeting, the 3 things that dictate that is your rolling average, whoever goes up, somebody has to go down, and the meters. That are the 3 factors, right or wrong. So, and also too, I spoke with Mr. Green, he says our rolling average seems to be, next year is in our favor. Whatever that means, I don't know. But
Mayor, if you'd like, I can elaborate on that point.
Thank you.
I pressed him on that rolling average issue. So apparently we're in the 5th year of the bubble of our rolling average. So next year he told me should be close to flat, but close to flat, I don't know what their interpretation of that is exactly, but it's a real tough one. I think they definitely say, here's the bill and we're forced to pay it. Some years you make out, sometimes you don't. But I think it is important that we bring them here and continue that dialogue, so.
The little town of Garwood didn't beat the heck. I mean, we have a small tax base, and a 35% increase translates to an awful lot of money.
and I mean, as you know as well as I do, years ago we were selling those.
Yeah, way back around 2000, 2001, we sold it to Clark. I remember.
That's correct.
Yeah, that was like $40,000 we got out of it.
We'll leave it at
Something
that.
like that. Yeah, well, whatever it was. Ancient history.
I always remember questioning, the meters all the time. I mean, we have
And
to
they-
go by what they say.
And I believe they're gonna say that last time that they were here, they did put they did put supplemental meters in to
Double
hit one
check.
against another, so I think that's gonna be part of their
And actually,
presentation.
last year, part of the presentation was education for people not to leave the water running, and if you
Yes,
shave,
that-
turn the water off.
And but still, 35%. would it be wise to actually ask them to show us how they come up with this 35%? It's great it'll be flat, but in the meantime, we just went ramped up 35%.
Yep.
I mean, let's see numbers. Let's see why it's an increase.
If I remember at their last presentation, they had a lot of numbers, right or wrong.
Did it prove anything though? I mean, does anybody here, well, some people are here from last year.
It did. If I can, please respond there. I'm smiling to my friend, former Councilwoman Bellagio out there, because I know we're of one mind on this. RVSA is a convenient target. You gotta remember, in absolute terms and in percentage terms, this is lower now than it was back in 2008 in our budget. Okay, what happens is, it's a very complex system with several moving parts. Okay, it's not a 35% increase. It is basically our share of an overall budget relative to other people's budget, and the budget itself fluctuates. So it is very complex. Garwood had a very, very, very good run for a very, very, very long time. And now we're going and reverting back to the mean. What happened is, we didn't take the decreases and go ahead and do responsible budgeting. We blew the money. And now $58,000 on top of the other increases is very deleterious to our budget. But in percentage terms and in absolute terms, the RVSA is lower now than it was in 2008. And I'll repeat what I said when the RVSA gentlemen were here. Find me another single budget item where you can say in absolute terms and percentage terms, we're paying less now in 2015 than we were in 2008. There is nothing. Okay, so what happens is, this is the overspending of this council coming home to roost, and we never went ahead and put money away in the good times, so now we're going ahead and we're taking it on the chin in the bad times. But they're gonna come in here again, and I'm not gonna allow those guys to be abused. Their numbers are very, very credible. It has really very little to do with our flow. The bigger thing is the denominators that you're using. How is the RVSA budget doing? Is it going up or down? And then the other thing is, all the other municipalities in the RVSA, how are they doing relative to us? So it is a very hard number to go ahead and ascertain.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's time to ascertain it.
Well, they'll be here in January 2016, so
Well, tell them to bring numbers to prove, how all this increase is being dumped on Garwood. Yes, we're a small denominator, 35% actually is a small number too, but of course, small tax base. Get hit. But let me just say, we didn't have a very good run. You were the rep for a long time. We had major increases, but it was only because they rebuilt the whole sewage treatment plant. So we really didn't have a good run. Our RVSA cost went up like 100% or something.
I wouldn't go that.
Yeah, from around 2005 to 2008, 9. We did have a $40,000 decrease. You're right about that. Before these three increases, I think the decrease was about $40,000. You might have been the finance chair.
Mayor, that's not correct. That's not correct, okay? In 2010, we had a $120,000 decrease, okay? The following year, when I was finance chair, we had another $90,000 decrease, okay? If you remember, in 2010, the former mayor, McCarthy, sent out letters saying we had to cut bulk pickup because of Governor Christie's tax cuts, okay? He didn't mention the fact that we got $120,000 break from the RVSA, okay? So what happened is, we blew the money. The next year, again, we benefited, okay, from another $90,000 decrease. We blew the money. In part, that's why, as finance chair, I voted against the budget, okay? So this is all now coming home to roost. We are doing better now in relative terms and absolute terms than we are in 2008. Okay? Take a look at the almost $1 million that we pay in health insurance in this borough. That's skyrocketing every year. The RVSA is a convenient target. Those guys have their numbers. We just don't understand them.
No, it's not that it's a convenience. We're looking at every single number. I mean, next week I could be up here talking about the health costs. I don't know, but I mean, at this point I'm talking about the RVSA. Mr. Matthew may be correct, because I remember the RVSA had a lot of surplus that they started giving away only because I think he was an assemblyman. I think he passed away, but he came down on the RVSA and its profligacy, and somehow then also a lot of surplus was starting to be given back. So maybe you are right. I don't know the numbers, but here we are, and we're looking at these increases, and is it convenient? No. It's we're looking at a big increase. We looked at a big increase last year and the year before. So, I think it warrants at least some suspicion. I'm glad you're having somebody come here.
Yes,
Okay, thank you very much.
thank you. Anyone else at this time?
Mayor, may I comment on that real quick? Sorry, not to belabor the point, but, I mean, I've only experienced increases by the RVSA as finance chair and this year as a member of the finance committee. It's a very tricky thing because you have to budget what it is. When it's a good year and you see a decrease, you budget that amount and you benefit from the savings. In a year when it increases, you budget that amount and you deal with the fact that your budget has increased. I really, putting money away or leaving the budget inflated at a certain level to let money go to fund balance, I don't think that's appropriate. It's about funding what it is, what the bill is, and paying that bill. But, of course, other budget matters come into play every budget season, so I don't think it's the RVSA is one target. There's many pieces to the budget, but it's something that my experience as finance chair on the committee, seeing a lot of increases. I certainly hope it does flatten out next year as they promise, or I can't say they promise, but as they predict, and I hope they're right, so we'll see.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on. Are there any resolutions anyone wants deleted from the consent agenda? Hearing none, may I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented.
Second?
Second?
Roll call, please, Ms. Kathleen.
Councilwoman Carney. Aye. Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Matthew.
Aye.
Councilman Pedroselli.
Aye.
Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Council President Erstedt.
Aye.
Thank you. Is there any new business the mayor and council may have? Hearing none, continue on. Proclamation, Patrolman Thomas Houghton Remembrance Day, November 24th, 2015. We made that presentation earlier in the evening. Appointments. Board of Health, Jane Tenor, unexpired term, 11/24/15 to 12/31/2015. Historical Committee, Pat DeFabio, 11/24/15 to 12/31/15. Recreation Commission, Ann Tarantino, 11/24/15 to 12/31/15. Celebrations Committee, Deborah Acosta, Rosanna Acosta, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. When does she move
Thank
in?
God the captain's not here. Come on. From 12/24/15 to 12/31/15. Kathleen, please read payment of claims resolution.
Be it resolved that the following claims as included be and the same are hereby ordered paid when properly signed and verified, and the payment of payrolls as listed is hereby confirmed and ratified.
We have a motion to adopt payment of claims.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please, Kathleen.
Councilwoman Carney. Councilman Martin. Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Pedroselli.
Aye.
Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Council President Erstedt.
Yes.
Okay. The regular meeting of the mayor and council will be held on Tuesday, December the 8th, 2015, in council chambers at 7:15, workshop to start at 7 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, excuse me. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, a safe and healthy one. Have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.